Welcome back, my friends. I'm JohnnyB with JohnnyB.com. Today, do you know how to access the MLS data and use it in a way that's going to give you an unfair advantage in negotiations? Okay, first of all, let me explain how you can get access to this data. And yes, I did make this just for you. You're the one I want to talk to. I want to help you get what you want, and I want you to be so happy with what you discovered that you can't stop talking about it at work, with your friends, your family, your coworkers, because you want them to get access to this data. And how can they get it? Just send me an email with their contact info, with their blessings. Don't send me any agents. I don't train agents with this information. This is my private stuff to give you an unfair advantage. So share this unfair advantage with the people you really love. Send me the email, and then I will reach out to them. I'll verify that they want it. I'll look them up to make sure they're not agents, and then I will share it with them. So what happens when you call me, or you email, or text me? What we do is we have a smart buyer consultation. And that's where I find out exactly what you want. And then I figure out how to help you get it. The first thing I do is I ask you for all the questions that you have that would help you to see clearly through the windshield so that you can drive your car right to your home. So what we do is we take a big yellow pad, I write down what you're trying to get, I write down your questions, and then knowing what you really, really want, I know there's questions that you need answers to that you didn't ask. So I'll write those questions down for you, and then we'll just start checking those off. Now, this meeting is for you. I don't care what size your purchase. And if you're way off into the future, that's okay too, because if you got the information early, you can then take definite steps towards getting what you want instead of zigzagging and going in circles. And you think of this as a long-term trip. You're flying to New York, and you get a couple of degrees off, you're going to end up in Canada. So early is great because you find information that's going to help you get there faster or whenever you want to. So I'm your ally in this. So after we have the Smart Buyer consultation, there's tools that I'm going to share with you, contacts, information, and one of them is this data that my team compiles so that you can access the fresh data every week. Take a look down here. So my team is putting this data in here for you, and you'll be able to access these folders in the different counties. Going into Santa Clara, you can look at the entire city. So let's take Santa Clara, the city. You can see it's laid out by zip code, but there's also every single week, the entire city is laid out as well. Once I index this on date created, I can go access the latest citywide data. So we have this broken into 3 sections. Here's the condos, the next section is single family, and the bottom is townhomes. And then my assistant puts all the underlying properties here for you, so you can research this as much as you want. Looking at the condo section, you notice there's headers across the top, address city, bedroom count, this is important, bathroom count. This 2/1 means 2.5 bathrooms. So a half a bath means there is no shower or bathtub. It's just a powder room. DOM means days on market. Square footage is the average square footage, and that's the interior space where the living space is. The dollars per square foot is the price divided by the living space. HOA is here, and this gives you a quick glance to give you an idea of what's real, what's average, what's high, what's low. Lot size makes no sense in a condo, but here's the lot. List price versus sales price. This is hugely important to you. It gives you an idea of what you can afford. Focus on the sales price, and then look at those properties online, and it'll give you an idea of what's affordable to you. This is a mistake that many first-time homebuyers make. And they get trapped in this fantasy, in this trek for months. And it's really expensive in terms of taking time away from family, from work, and enjoyment of your new home. Because you're not doing it, you're chasing a pipe dream. So this is the asking price. That doesn't mean the sold price. So you notice here, there's a home that was listed for $799. Why did they do that? Well, they got just under 800, so somebody was looking from 750 to 800. The top number is almost always a round number. That's how population think. And they really needed much, much more. And so they priced it way down here to get the maximum number of offers. And so this sold in 9 days. And so the list price doesn't give you any kind of an indication that you can afford this home. This is the days on market. So the average was 38 days. This gives you an idea of the size. The average was 1,036 and so forth. So this is really helpful data. Single family. So let's say that you were looking in 95051. Oh no, Santa Clara as a whole. And you wanted to see what you can afford. Well, if you're under 2.2, you got anything you want almost. You can look over here and get an idea of the bedroom and bath count and the square footage that it gets you. This column shows you the age of the homes. So real quickly, you can see that the homes in Santa Clara are mostly older. So if you're running around looking for a 5-year-old home in Santa Clara, you're going to have a really tough time. And these are the townhomes. Now, townhomes are a little pricier than condos. And there's the metric averages down here. In our next episode, we're going to talk about the ways working with a team could help you and the ways working with a team could really mess you up. Until then, I'm Johnny B. The people that I work with are the ones that are really making a difference. They're the team leaders at the tech firms, and I'm helping them make a difference in the way their homes turn out and their net worth at retirement. Well, Google I've been to several times with my clients. It's a wonderful place, very robust, a lot of young energy. But what's amazing to me about Google is you've got tens of thousands of passionate people who want to make a change in the world. They want to make a difference. And yet you have to have a coherent structure to this. So my Google clients have shared with me how they organize around objectives and key results called OKRs. And it's a way of organizing passions that all of the individuals have at the ground level, the worker bees, with the corporate directives. And so you get an alignment and you get everybody working on the same page. And you get all that massive brain power organized and contributing. It's miraculous in the way it moves things.